Once you've paired your course up with a McGraw-Hill textbook, you're ready then at that point to add a test or a quiz or an assignment to your Blackboard course. So I'm going to click on Assessments here on my menu. I'm going to point to Quizzes and Tests and open up that folder here. And I'd like to create a McGraw-Hill assignment or a quiz here for my students. Now I'm not going to do that the normal Blackboard way by clicking on Create an Assessment. Instead, what I'm going to do this time is click on Build Content and then scroll down to McGraw-Hill Content. The McGraw-Hill server seems to be a little slow today, so I'm just going to pause the recorder while that opens. Okay, now when this window opens, you simply click on McGraw-Hill Content. Again, I'll just pause while that opens. Okay, there we go. It opened up, and now I have the choice of all of this McGraw-Hill features. Top one is the one I want. Learn Smart is adaptive learning systems where the questions are automatically aligned for the student's level of comprehension. So if the students are getting the answers to the questions wrong, the test will automatically give them easier questions until it determines that they're starting to get the questions all right, and then the questions will start getting more difficult again. So the quiz adapts itself to the student's comprehension level. There's a lecture series and there's a library series too, which we'll learn more about later. To build my assignment, I'm going to click on this McGraw-Hill Connect Assignments. And we'll just let that open. All right. And what we're going to do now is create a new assignment. So now remember, I'm paired with one specific textbook here. So here are the options that I have for creating an assignment. I'm going to create a new one from a question bank. I could also create a group assignment, one of the Learn Smart study modules, a file attachment assignment, a web activity, or my assignments, which are all the assignments that I've already created. I haven't created any yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do a new one here from a question bank. It asks you first for a title. I'm going to call this Practice Quiz 1, and test your knowledge of Chapter 5. Next thing to do is to click Add Questions. And here are all of the chapters from this textbook that I have. There are 22 chapters. I'm going to choose questions associated with Chapter 5, Introduction to the Viruses. And I can choose questions from a question bank or a test bank. So I'm going to choose the question bank and open that up. You'll notice there are 55 questions in this chapter. And if you scroll down through this list, you'll see there's quite a variety. There's concept mapping and labeling, sequencing, multiple choice, fill in the blank, ranking, on it goes. There are even some animation ones right there. So let's go ahead and just check a few variety of questions. I'm not even going to pay attention to what the question is. This is just for demonstration. You could preview any of these questions just simply by clicking on it itself. If you wanted to have a look at the question before you checked it or selected it, we'll take a fill in the blank one. And let's go get one of those animation ones down here, an animation question. Oops, didn't want all of those. Okay, oh, I get it. The animation is associated with all of these following 5 or 6 multiple choice questions. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's say now I have the questions that I want. I'm going to add those checked questions. Add them as individual questions to this practice quiz. Okay. The next thing to do is to set your policies, which is your quiz options. Okay, I can choose to make that available right now to the students as soon as I submit it, or I could have it time delayed so that it opens on a certain date and a certain time. Similar type of options as you have in Blackboard. Interesting to note also that when you create this test and put it in your Blackboard course, you then have all of the full editing permissions that you would normally with any Blackboard quiz or test that you've created. Blackboard takes higher priority over Connect. So when you're in Blackboard, you've got all of the permissions that you would expect to have. This is going to be a practice quiz, so I'm just going to click on that little icon there. These also will be affiliated with your grade center. I'm not sure if a practice quiz actually goes to the grade center, but a quiz or an exam definitely would, or homework definitely would be associated with your grade center as well. But I don't believe a practice quiz is. It's just simply for practice. I do not want the students to be able to print this. I am going to scramble the assignment questions, and I don't need a password for that as well. So I'm going to click on apply changes to that. For this assignment only, apply. The settings have been set. The next step is to review your settings and assign this to your Blackboard course. So let's say I'm happy with all of that. I could attach another file to this assignment if I wanted to. You can open up and review your policies right now. You can open up and review all of your questions right now and edit any of those that you wanted to. But let's say I'm satisfied. I'm going to click assign. And we're just waiting for that server to talk to each other. I'll just pause this for a minute while we're waiting. Okay, and here we are. We've jumped right back into Blackboard now, where you can see all of the quiz options here. Everything looks good to that, so I'm going to say submit. And now, right here on my quizzes and test page in my course, there's that practice quiz number 1. So that's all there is to creating a McGraw-Hill assessment into your Blackboard course.